going to do Houston Beauty episode 5. It starts off with the students. They're getting to school. The freshmen, it's like evaluation day, and they're getting to work on customers. So I guess to see how far they come along and see, like, do they have potentials or whatever. So Ms. J is walking around making sure everybody is cool, making sure the customers is cool. One of the students was burning the shit out of one of the customers' hair, so I think it was Miss Ely that had to go say today. Neil customer didn't like, I guess she didn't like his shit, so he was like, hell, it's a roller set. And so the students was like basically talking about, you know, the roller sets, who comes to get Jerry curls anymore. And y'all gotta understand, most of the beauty schools, it's older people that's the customers. I'm just saying. So yes, you have to do the roller set. Roller set is the basic. So it's funny how, like, it's a lot of times where you get the new students and they kind of got some kind of knowledge, so they just want to go head over heels and just jump in and show what they can do. But like the teacher said, like, you have to learn the basics of it. Especially when you being licensed, you have to at least know the basics, the curl pattern, the comb pattern, and all that kind of stuff before you could just be doing people's hair, you know, without getting sued. So, yeah, then the other students, they start talking about a hair show. They were talking about how Franklin have won many hair shows and had many hair shows and all this kind of stuff. There's another YouTuber that review this, and she was saying how Houston is like one of the oldest beauty schools around, so, and they are known for doing their hair shows and winning and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there like, how I know a lot of beauty schools that do really good hair, and it's not this ghetto, so I don't understand how they're so known. I just don't. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was back in the day that they were good, and now they trying to get back to that standards. I don't know, because I don't see them with the students they have doing anything big. I'm just saying. So anyway, Queensley, she's still doing towels. She's still on probation, so she's still trying to do whatever she got to do to stay on Mrs. J's good side. You had Mia over there trying to help her, but she basically like, leave me alone, because I don't want to get in trouble. Mia's trying to help her, and, you know, but Quincy is just trying to get back into the classroom. She ain't got time to be playing with Mia right now. So, that was cool. Jessica asked Miss Burns about the hair show. So then all of the students, like she said, you got to learn the basics first. So then Miss J ended up coming in the classroom trying to find out what they were talking about, because y'all know Miss J knows this shit. So she ended up coming there and they was talking about the hair show, and she was like, you guys are not ready for a hair show, but I'm quite sure we can come up with something. So, whatever. Queensley and Mia, they tried to go to lunch. And as they tried to go to lunch, Queensley couldn't find her keys. So she is going crazy. Mia know that she is like losing it about these keys. And Queensley feels like these students will get your keys and hide your keys and just try to see your reaction. And I was like, I can see that. I can see that. But come to find out, Queensley keys was in Mia's car all along or whatever. So they ended up missing lunch because they was looking for the damn keys the whole 30 minutes. Corey is out there talking about Queensley. He is such a bitch. I don't like Corey, so if you like Corey, your fault. But I don't like him. He is such a bitch. He is talking about Queensley. He's talking about Mia, and he's just basically talking about how how they act when they're around each other and all that kind of stuff. And the other students is over there co-signing for him, so he feel like it's okay to just sit there and act like a bitch and talk about these two females. So then we have the next day. Queensley comes in late. She get reprimanded for coming in late. And like I said, she is trying to do whatever she got to do to get back into the class. So Miss Ely ended up, I think it was Miss Ely, ended up letting her go back to class or whatever, because they want to see how can she interact with the students now that she's not folding the towels or whatever. So, you know, Corey bitch ass felt some kind of way about that, whatever. So then Mia asked Miss J. She acts like, you know, basically called her to the side and wants to talk to her about her calling her Mia Ryan. I mean, calling her Ryan. She was like, at first you were calling me Mia Ryan. Now you just dropped it and start calling me Ryan. Miss J was like, oh, well, that's because there's too many Mias. So if any other female named Mia, would you change her name? I was so offended, and I felt everything that Mia was saying when it came to this. Like, she felt disrespected. She know what she was born as. Miss J don't have to keep throwing jabs at who she is. Everybody know her name is Ryan. Everybody knows she was born as Ryan. And I feel like Miss J do need to give that kind of respect. If you accepted her into your school, you should at least give her that respect by calling her Mia. I don't care what she came into the school and when she first came to the school, but when she came back from this first episode that we saw, she was Mia. So address her as such. I felt like I said, Miss J has so many grounds of being sued that it's ridiculous. All the shit that's being shown on this show, these girls have grounds to sue this lady, and I don't think she really realized what she's doing to her own reputation. I'm just saying, I don't like Miss J. I was cool, here for her the first episode, but as these episodes go on, I am not here for Miss J whatsoever. So, anyway, now you got Mia kind of just pissed off with the attitude because Miss J is not changing how she feel on calling her Ryan. So, anyway, they end up getting called into these, she ended up calling these certain students to be into these groups. They're going to go and take a trip, and they're going to be inspired at the trip or whatever. So they all go to this trip. Mia's still frustrated, and then they get to this place called the Oil Ranch. Everybody's looking like, what the fuck? Like, what kind of inspiration can we get from this? And, Mia don't want to be there. She don't want to be around animals, and I can't blame her for that type of shit. Her and Quincy, like, what the fuck does this got to do with anything with hair? And, they basically, like, maybe because horses got hair, but whatever. But the whole thing was going to be a Western thing, so they had to do this photo shoot around a Western theme, around the animals, and just be inspired on what they see at the ranch, whatever. I was just like, I don't get it, but hey, I don't get what the playing with the dirt and scooping the dirt have to do with being inspiration. I feel like we can walk around the ranch and get inspiration like that. We didn't have to touch shit to get inspiration. I'm just saying. So Corey studied talking shit about these girls just because they feeling some certain way, and then he mad that the group stayed in because Quincy is in Corey's group, and Quincy is basically in a group where everybody hates her. So she don't want to walk with them. She don't want to be bothered with them, but she still gonna do what she gotta do for her group. She gonna still look around and be inspired, but she ain't gotta deal with these motherfuckers. And I felt like her. Why do I have to work with them? I don't even understand why y'all even would put her in a group where y'all know she's hated. I felt like that was a setup and waiting for y'all to see Queensley fall. That's how I really felt like. They waiting to see Queensley fall. So anyway, as they're doing all this stuff, Corey is fucking with them. Corey is saying how he is going to make them get kicked out of Franklin today. He's going to do whatever he got to do. So basically, he's sitting there fucking with her. He fucking with Queensley. She was just like, why you mad? Why you so pressed with me? Like, grow the fuck up. What's wrong with you? He started going in on her car, talking about, oh, you just got a 2003. So what? If the motherfucker get her from point A to B, who cares what kind of car she got? Then he started going in on her hair. I'm sorry, but Queensley and Mia be having the best fucking hairstyle in the whole show. So I don't even understand why he be going in on her hairstyle. Now maybe I don't like the little ponytail bun thing. Hey, but that's just me. But when she wear a little long wig, weave, whatever she got, shit, it look good. Now I'm just saying, because I've seen some bitches in Texas, in Houston, that they weaves look total fuck up. So hey, I give it to Queensley. And it's an interview on YouTube. If you look at Queensley, she tell you shit. She can go $5 and make you look like you rich. And I ain't mad at her, because sometimes it do look like she got some shit from Forever 21 that make it look like it came from a nicer store. I'm just saying. Maybe she turned Forever 21 and Charlotte Russell, kind of both cheap stores, but I'm just saying. But I'm not mad. At least she know how to make it work. I'm tired of bitches that spending a gang of money on some shit and then they up in their house struggling. So at least she know how to make some cheap shit work and make it look okay. I'm just saying. And another thing, Corey, just get your fucking life. Why are you going in on a female anyway? You bitch. You just showed this whole thing at the ranch how much of a bitch you was. So anyway, they end up going to outside or whatever. And Mia is just asking Queensley, like, are you okay? Are you cool? She like, yeah. And then she ended up telling her about what Corey was doing. So Corey started running all up in Queensley's face, talking shit, throwing his hand all up in her face like this. And I'm sitting there like, I wish somebody punched this fool in his throat. I wish somebody just punched him in. And I don't understand why Miss Ely wasn't even getting on him and stopping him. I understand they were telling him to break it up, but I felt like Corey should have been in more trouble than anything because he was all in them girls' face, acting like he was gonna whoop Mia. He was acting like he was gonna whoop Queensley. That was a bitch move. And then them other punk ass bitch ass students was going off talking about, oh, she provoked him. She provoked him. So fucking what? And even though she didn't provoke him, I don't know what the fuck y'all saw, but they were trying to make it like so Corey wouldn't get in trouble and like it was Queensley's fault, and I felt that was really fucked up. But he going on. So Mia felt like it was her duty to take up for Queensley because she said Queensley is not about that life. She not about the hood life. She wasn't born in the hood. She was born in the suburbs, so she not used to fighting. Queensley the type of person that's used to talking shit, but not used to getting into a fight. I'm just saying, and I like her. But so Mia felt like it was her thing to take up for Queensley, so she goes at Corey and just was basically wanting to talk. But no, since Corey felt like she was taking up for Queensley, he all up in her face. She had something for that ass. Mia felt like, okay, motherfucker, you want to put your hands all up in my face? She grabbed her taser up out of her purse and was about to tase his ass. I was like, please, people, get out the way. And I kept on saying, I'm glad that Mia was not reckless because I'm the type of bitch, if you touch me, bitch, you going to get tased too. But I'm glad she wasn't reckless and not tase nobody else that was grabbing her because Corey was acting like a bitch. He was swinging on everybody that was grabbing him, little bitch made ass dude. But I don't think he wanted it. I think he was acting real queenish because he knew people was holding him back. I'm just saying. But I was hoping that Mia just tagged that ass. I really was. I really hate him. So anyway, Queensley felt like she's done with Franklin. She's crying. She's like, I can't take this shit no more. And I felt her. I felt her pain because I was like, this was some bullshit. This was some straight bullshit. And like I said, Corey shouldn't be kicked off the school because he is such a queen that he did this on purpose. He was going at these girls to get a reaction, and you got the reaction that you should have got. And even Grace was trying to tell him, like, leave that shit alone. Like, sometimes things backfire, and that shit backfired on him. So, anyway, the next day, all the students are sitting there talking about the drama that happened. And I'm glad that some of them students was even calling Corey out on his bullshit. Like, yeah, you were trying to provoke them and stuff like that. Even though he was trying to sugarcoat it. And he even admitted that he threw dirt on Queensley. And I was sitting there like, oh my God, Miss J is going to feel so stupid when she finally see all this air. To know all these students was going at these girls for no fucking reason. They were. And she owed them the biggest national apology, and I don't think she need to call them or write them a letter. I think she need to apologize nationally because she did this nationally to these girls. So I think her and her punk ass son need to apologize to these girls. So anyway, Miss J ended up coming asking for where was Mia and Queensley and Corey because she wanted to reprimand them for what happened. But Mia and Queensley didn't show up for school, so she ended up pulling Corey into her office and talking to him. And she ended up suspending Corey for a week. And he was so pissed and so shocked, and I laughed so hard because I was like, that's what your punk ass get. He thought that he was going to be able to go in there and tell his side, and he was going to sugarcoat every goddamn thing, and it was going to be all on these girls, but it wasn't like that. And I was so happy for that, and I think it was because Ms. J knew it was going to be problems. Like, this boy started all this, so yeah, you have to suspend all of them and not just one of them. And then I get why Mia has to be, I don't think Queensley should be suspended, but I understand why the reprimand would have to be for Mia, because first of all, you bring in a weapon to school. And I understand why, but you bringing a weapon to school, so I get that part of her being reprimanded or even being kicked out, because it's a weapon at school and you can hurt somebody. You can really fuck them up. Anyway, homeboy ended up queening out and walking out of school. Whatever. Queensley and Mia I think that they at Queensley house, I think, and they're sitting there talking about the drama that happened. She was like, "Why the hell did you got a taser?" And I laughed because Queensley was like, "I think I met Ryan that day." And I was like, "Yeah, I think we all did." But I love it. But she was like, "Why do you have a taser?" And she was just like, basically, because I'm a transgender. I have to have this to protect myself. So now we know why she have a taser, but not at school, boo-boo. Not at school. So then they start talking about why is Mia so angry? What makes her so angry? Where is it coming from? And she just basically say how she was abused at home. She was treated fucked up at home. She was abused at school. You know, people just always been fucking with her all of her life. And so this is where the anger is coming from. And I think that thing at the ranch, everything was building up with her. With her financial situation, with Ms. J calling her Ryan, then Corey going after another woman, probably triggered something in her from being around dudes that's attacking women or transgender women. So all of that was building up in her, and you know, she was crying, and I felt bad for her or whatever. Then at the end, you had the class. They had Ms. J end up talking to the class about the drama that happened. They end up praying. I think it was Ms. Burns end up praying for the class, you know, for them to try to stick together and get over the drama or whatever. So then they start getting ready for the photo shoot of they being inspired at the ranch. They go to the ranch, to the oil ranch, to do the photo shoot. I liked the Grace little thing. I liked Neil. Was that him? Yeah, I liked him. I liked the Ram little thing. Jessica, okay, I get it. I don't think Jessica should have won, and it's not just because I don't like her, but she ended up winning, and I don't think she should have won. I really think that Grace should have won. I really think Grace should have won because of her thing was just really cute. I liked it, the poses and stuff like that. I didn't even like the poses Neil was doing, and I got it. The peacock was just like the horse stable thing was overshadowing the peacock, but I get it. I think if you was gonna do a peacock, you should have been out in the grass and stuff like that and letting us see it like that. But hey, she won. Whatever. She's like, yeah, I won, and yeah, I know I'm the best, girl, boo. And then if you saw Grace's face, Grace was pissed the hell off. Grace was not feeling that she won. But that was my review for Houston Beauty, episode 5. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and add me on Google+. I do everything by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE. Hey, check out Queensley's YouTube. That girl can sing. She can really blow. I think it's Queensley Felix on YouTube, and her Twitter is at Queensley Felix. And then follow Mia Ryan at Mia Ryan HB. I love them girls, so I follow them, and I want you guys to follow them too and support them, because I feel like they deserve a lot bigger and better things after this show. So anyway, make sure you check out Ashley Miller 1987. She also did a review for tonight, and usually she don't do a single review, so apparently somebody pissed her off. So check her out. And check out Bonnie Blue. She also do Houston Beauty. I think Tasha C also do Houston Beauty. So check all these YouTubers out and let them know what you think. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe to their channels. Let them know that I sent you. If you're new to me, make sure you subscribe, rate, and all that good stuff. Alright, peace.